Overall, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that most of us really enjoy travel, but I bet we can also agree that there's a part that we really don't enjoy, and that is waiting in super long security lines trying to get to our gate. And if you're the type of person who does enjoy that, then you're a very unique breed of human being. But for everybody else out there who'd rather spend as little time as possible waiting in long lines, I've got 3 awesome programs to share with you today, and that is TSA PreCheck, Clear, and Global Entry. I'll explain each program, the benefits you receive, and what they cost. That way you'll know what to expect if you decide to enroll. So let's kick things off with our first program, TSA PreCheck. This is an expedited airport security program offered by the Transportation Security Administration, or TSA for short. It's currently available at 200 plus airports and 80 plus airlines. In terms of the cost, it's $85 the first time you enroll, and then $70 for each time you renew, and it's valid for 5 years. So what does TSA PreCheck do? Well, it helps you get through US airport security faster and more conveniently, and more recently, Nassau was also added to the list of eligible locations. In more detail, what it does specifically is speed up the physical screening process, because you don't need to remove your shoes, your laptop, your belt, a jacket that you might be wearing, or any of your 311 liquids. All that stuff can either stay on your person or in your luggage, which is a great benefit to really help speed through security faster. Insofar as everybody else in front of you does not treat the TSA PreCheck line like the regular line and takes everything off. Regarding the eligibility requirements, the TSA PreCheck program is open to US citizens, US nationals, and lawful permanent residents. The age requirements do vary a bit, so I recommend you go to the website to see the most current details. However, as of the time of recording this, here's a direct screenshot from the TSA website, and you can see that there are differences based on if you're 12 and under or between 13 and 17, and depending on who you're traveling with and whether that person is also a TSA PreCheck member. So feel free to pause this screen as long as you'd like to look over those details. There are also some reasons for ineligibility. So for example, applicants may be ineligible due to incomplete or false application information, certain violations of federal security regulations, or disqualifying criminal offenses and other factors. Now, how do you get TSA PreCheck? Step 1 is to create a Trusted Traveler Programs account at the link provided there on the screen. Step 2 is to log into that account, complete the online application, and pay the fee. And once again, the rates are there for the first time and renewal applications. Step 3 involves making an appointment online for an in-person interview, fingerprinting process, and also a background check. Then once you've completed that interview, you'll move on to step 4, and that is getting your approval and receiving your known traveler number, or KTN. Now, to help you through the interview process, which by the way is very, very simple and does not last very long, you'll want to have the following documents ready, both for the application process and the interview. You'll see a couple different screenshots that I took directly from the TSA's website. List A is on the left-hand side and list B is on the right-hand side. List A is literally your plan A, and then if you don't have a document on list A, you'll then move over to list B, and you'll want to have 2 documents from that list. Again, full details are on the TSA website, and the link is provided there at the bottom of the screen. Once you've gotten approved for the TSA PreCheck program, the next step is to, of course, go use it and experience those awesome benefits. So now let's go over the steps of how you actually use it in the airport. Step 1 will make your next flight and all of the following ones a lot easier. What you'll want to do is add your KTN to all of your airline account profiles under the Known Traveler Number or Trusted Traveler Numbers section. Here's a screenshot from my Delta account of where it's located with Delta. What I did is I logged in, went to My Profile on the left-hand side, then down to Personal Details, and off to the right-hand side, I have a section for Secure Flight Info. And then under Known Traveler Number is where I would put my KTN. Of course, every airline website is laid out differently with different menu systems. So just look around for where you put your KTN, but it'll be under the main menu under your profile somewhere. Step 2 is to simply book a flight, and you'll want to do that while logged into your airline account. And you can see there in my example boarding pass where it says TSA PreCheck toward the top of the pass, and it will also work for mobile boarding passes. Finally, step 3 is to just use the TSA PreCheck security lines. And to help make sure that all of you newcomers out there do not treat the TSA PreCheck line like the regular lines and start undressing and unpacking everything, here are a couple more visuals to really make sure that it's clear of how to use this. When you get to the airport, simply look out for the blue and green TSA PreCheck signs that indicate which line you want to enter. And then once you're in that line, you want to comply with the main points that you see on the right-hand side. That is, keeping your shoes on, laptops, liquids inside of your travel luggage, and also if you're wearing a belt or a light jacket, keep those on as well. Doing so will give you less hassle, save you time, and save everybody else time behind you too. Now, if you'd rather not pay for the application fee out of pocket, there are a number of travel credit cards out there that will reimburse you if you simply charge the fee to the card. Here are a number of those cards right now from 6 major banks. We have the ones from American Express, Chase, Capital One, US Bank, Bank of America, and Citibank. And this is not a comprehensive list, by the way. You can see a much longer list at the link provided there on the screen. In case you're wondering what these cards are, they are as follows: the Amex Platinum Card, the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant Card, the Delta Sky Miles Platinum, Chase Sapphire Reserve, IHG Premier, United Explorer Mileage Plus, Capital One Venturettes, Capital One Venture Rewards, Capital One Spark Miles, the US Bank Altitude Reserve, the US Bank Flex Perks Gold, Bank of America Premium Rewards Elite, Bank of America Premium Rewards, and the Citi Prestige Card. There are definitely a lot of different travel credit cards out there that can reimburse that fee for you, and in fact, you might have more than one of them. And if that's the case and you're looking for a way to manage multiple credit cards and all the benefits associated with them, definitely check out the app MAXREWARDS to help you out. MAXREWARDS is a great app to help you manage multiple credit cards, rewards, and benefits all in one place, including tracking when your bills are due, tracking your sign-up bonuses, managing all your different card balances, and more. When you click on the Activity tab, it shows you a list of all the transactions you've made across all your cards to see where your money's been spent. And it's got another menu option called Best Card, where it shows you which card you have that can give you the most amount of rewards based on the category in which you're spending. And one of my favorite features is the Benefits tab, which automatically activates all of your Amex offers, Chase offers, and more. That way you can get even more cash back and more rewards without even having to think about it. And even though Amex only shows you up to 100 offers at a time, MAXREWARDS can activate all the additional ones you can't even see. So if you'd like to try MAXREWARDS and get the gold level entirely free for your first month, check out the link down below in the description. Now how about we get you through airport security even faster? Let's talk about our second program called CLEAR. This is another expedited security identification program, but this one's offered by Secure Identity LLC, which was originally a private company now gone public under the ticker symbol YOU. While best known for its airport security program, it also goes beyond just the airport for a lot of other uses, including entrance into stadiums, health ID passes, and more. It's currently available in 40 plus cities and costs $189 for 1 year. You can also add kids under 18 to your account for no additional cost, and if you add adults 18 years of age or older, those will cost $60 each. So what does this program do? Well, it helps you get through US security points, primarily airports, a lot faster and more conveniently. However, unlike TSA PreCheck, this one speeds up the document/identity verification process, and it does so by using biometrics and your ID that's on file. Once verified, you then proceed to the front of the standard security line or the TSA PreCheck line if you're in the airport. Now for eligibility. CLEAR is currently only available to US citizens, legal permanent residents, people aged 18 and older, and you must have a valid government-issued photo ID. Now let's talk about how to get it. Fortunately, it's a very easy process. Step 1 is to begin enrollment online at the following link that you see on the screen. And then step 2 is to simply complete your enrollment at an airport. When you arrive, you want to go to the CLEAR pod area, that is the kiosk area. Then one of their ambassadors will add your photo ID plus your eye and/or fingerprint scan to your profile. And then you complete the process and it's ready to use the same day. Do note that you may also begin and complete the entire enrollment process at the airport with one of their ambassadors at the kiosk area. For the items required to apply, you'll want to have a valid form of ID, provide your biometrics that are required, answer some security questions, and also have a payment method on file. Feel free to pause this screen a little bit longer if you'd like. And now for the fun part, how to use it. When you get to the airport, go to the CLEAR pod/kiosk area. Their ambassador will then scan your finger or your eye as well as your boarding pass. That ambassador will then escort you to the front of the eligible security line, that is the standard line or the PreCheck line based on what you're eligible for. At that point, simply show your boarding pass to the TSA agent and then proceed through the physical screening process like you normally would. It's really easy, but to make it even simpler, I'll break it down to just 2 steps with a couple real-world visuals. On the left-hand side, you'll see a graphic representing what you'll go through with the ambassador at one of their kiosks. That's the machine that will scan either your iris or your fingerprints as well as your boarding pass. You'll then be moved to step 2 for the regular TSA screening process, and of course, you'll see in the visual there a couple different lines indicating the regular line versus the TSA PreCheck line if you've enrolled in that program. To illustrate this in a different way, here's a graphic showing all 3 security lines. At the bottom, you see the regular TSA line, which is where you typically remove your liquids, remove your laptop, take your shoes off, etc. At the top, you see the TSA PreCheck line, which is where you keep all those items on your person or stowed in your luggage. And then in the middle, you see the clear line, which shortcuts the other two and puts you at the very front. And then at that point is when you then be directed to the regular TSA physical screening there at the bottom or up toward the top for the TSA PreCheck screening process, which is of course much more convenient. For that reason, I recommend you stack these two benefits together. You can use Clear to skip the line and be escorted to the very front, and then use TSA PreCheck to skip the standard security line, keeping your shoes on, your laptop in, etc. And that's how you get through airport security crazy fast. Now, if you're looking for some ways to cover the cost of the Clear membership fee, you can use any of these American Express cards pictured here on the screen. The Amex Centurion card gives you up to $329 in credits, the Amex Platinum card up to $189, and the Amex Green card up to $100. There are also other alternative ways to get access to discounted pricing if you're a United Mileage Plus member. For those of you who might be Premier 1K members, you get a free annual Clear membership. If you are a United Platinum, Gold, or a Silver Elite member, or if you have one of the United Airline credit cards, you get access to a $109 membership pricing, which is $80 off of the annual rate. And if you don't have status or the credit card, you can still link your Mileage Plus member account number to your Clear profile and get access to a $119 membership price, which is $70 off. Similar benefits also apply to Delta members. If you're a Delta Diamond Medallion, you get a free annual membership. If you're a Medallion Platinum, Gold, or a Silver, or if you have one of the eligible Delta SkyMiles credit cards, you get access to the $109 pricing, again $80 off. Or if you're a general member without status or a credit card, you can still link your Delta SkyMiles member number to your Clear profile online and pay the $119 rate, which is again $70 off. Are you all ready for our third and final program? Let's get to it. It's called Global Entry. This one's a little bit different than the previous two that we just saw. It's an expedited U.S. Customs clearance program offered by the United States Customs and Border Protection Agency, or CBP for short. The kiosks are currently located at 58 U.S. airports and 17 international airports. Membership costs $100 for 5 years, and it includes TSA PreCheck, making it potentially a better deal. Now, what does it do? Well, Global Entry helps you get through the U.S. customs process faster and more conveniently when entering the U.S. after a trip abroad. This allows you to avoid the long processing lines and the physical paperwork typically involved. For eligibility, this program is open to U.S. citizens, U.S. nationals, lawful permanent residents, and citizens of the following countries listed here on the screen. For the age requirement, a parent or a legal guardian must give consent if you're under the age of 18. Of course, if you're then over 18, you can apply directly by yourself. There are also a variety of reasons why someone might be ineligible for the Global Entry program. I listed them here on the screen, and of course, consult their actual website for the most up-to-date current list. Now, if you want to get your hands on a Global Entry membership, here's what you got to do. Number 1, create a Trusted Traveler Programs account online at the link provided there on the screen. Number 2, log into that account, complete the online application, and pay the fee, which is currently priced at $100. Number 3, wait for conditional approval. Number 4, make an appointment online for an in-person interview. And number 5, after the interview takes place, wait for full approval and receive your membership number, which is called your Pass ID. Now, to make this whole process a lot easier for you, here are the documents required for the application and the interview process. So on the left-hand side, you'll see the documents including your proof of citizenship, your passport, etc. And then you also need some additional information provided there on the right-hand side. I'll also put the link down below for the full details where I took these two screenshots in case any of this does change over time. You can go to that CBP website and see the most current lists. Also in the top right-hand corner in yellow, I do recommend bringing your letter of conditional approval to your in-person interview. Again, that interview process is very simple, so don't worry about that. Now let's talk about how to actually use Global Entry once you're approved. When you get back from an international trip, step 1 will simply be to follow the signs to the international arrivals and U.S. Customs area. Step 2 is to go to the Global Entry kiosk area. And step 3 is to follow the prompts on that kiosk. For example, it might ask you to scan your passport, take a picture, scan your fingerprints, and answer some yes or no questions. You'll then get a receipt and you'll want to take it to the CBP officer at the exit point along with your passport. As an additional tip there at the bottom of the screen, since Global Entry does include TSA PreCheck, you'll want to also add your Pass ID to the Known Traveler Number or Trusted Traveler Number section to all of your airline account profiles, and that will activate your TSA PreCheck benefits on your boarding passes going forward. Here's that same visual that we saw earlier from my Delta SkyMiles account where we added the TSA PreCheck number, and you'll add to that same section in case you have the Pass ID instead. Also, if you're looking to avoid paying this fee out of pocket as well, here's some credit cards that can definitely help you out. These are the same ones that we saw earlier with TSA PreCheck. These cards will reimburse one of the two programs, not both. And of course, you'll see a longer list there at the link provided at the bottom. Now, how about we come full circle with all this and give a quick summary of all three programs with the main points here on the screen. On the left, we have the name of the program. In the middle, we have the benefits you'll receive, and the right-hand column represents the cost for each one. You can pause this as long as you'd like to look them over in more detail and see which ones might be the best fit for you. And with all that said, if you enjoyed today's video and believe it could benefit other people, then please help me get it in front of them by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on those notifications. Also, check out the links down below in the description area to earn some more cash back when you shop online through Rakuten, to sign up for MAXREWARDS, which is a great way to manage multiple credit cards, rewards, and benefits all in one place, and to view my all-new site with some great credit card offers that I've organized into different categories to help you find the cards that you like best. I thank you all for watching today's video. I hope it brought you some great value. I look forward to seeing you in future videos, and while you're waiting on my next upload, always remember that you are great.